Hello everybody, Jose Rodriguez here. Just today I got asked, hey, I want to refill my Pro 10. I said, fine, but I want to use OEM inks. Where can I get some large volumes of matching inks for my Pro 10? Well, that may be a little bit difficult, but there are ways of doing that. Now, here's what happens. You could get inks such as the ones for the Pro 1. These are about 40 milliliter cartridges, and you pay about $45 for these. So you're going to be getting maybe $1 per ml, maybe 95 cents per ml. If you can handle that, it's a lot better than paying $19 or whatever it costs for one of these. All right. So this will hold maybe 16 ml of ink total. But the beauty of them is that you can use the cartridge until it's empty. Not so with the Pro 100. If you're refilling, you cannot go to empty. You got to refill before that. Okay. Not so with these. These can be allowed to go empty, and you just dribble fill them until they weigh 32 grams as you position the cartridge on a gram scale. Now, what inks can I use from the Pro 1? Well, you can use all of them. Yellow matches yellow, red matches red, and so on. The trick comes in the grays, because the Pro 10 uses gray and light gray, but the Pro 1 uses dark gray, gray, and light gray. So you would think that the gray for the Pro 1 is the same as the gray for the Pro 10. That's not the case. The gray for the Pro 10, listen carefully, the gray for the Pro 10 is the same shade as the dark gray for the Pro 1. Okay? So this holds 16 ml. This has 40. So you do the math. Maybe what? Almost 3, I guess, fillings. Yeah, that's all you get. So what about the other gray? Well, the middle gray is not used on the Pro 10 whatsoever. So you would need some dark gray from the Pro 1 and light gray from the Pro 1. The dark gray, you would actually refill your gray cart in the Pro 10. Confused yet? And the light gray you use on your light gray cart. So that's not so bad. Okay, that's a perfect match. It's just the other gray. Pro 10 gray is the same as dark gray for the Pro 1. Now, what if I need larger volumes? Well, again, a couple of catches, you got to be careful. I can get 700 milliliter cartridges. This is 3/4 of a liter worth of ink. This will refill my Pro 1000 cartridges beautifully. The Pro 2000, 4000, and 6000 uses these, and also smaller. I think it's like 330. I'm not quite sure. And you're going to pay about $95 on eBay for a 300 and whatever ml cartridge. And you could use these colors on your Pro 10. Yellow, magenta, photo magenta, cyan, photo cyan, red. This uses blue. You will not need blue. But the catch also, it comes with the grays. Is the photo gray and gray a match for gray and light gray? No clue. No clue. So that's a case where you may end up having to buy a couple of these dark gray and light gray simply to be able to fill your gray and light gray. Yeah, it is confusing, isn't it? So here's the catch. Depending how much you're going to print, you got to determine whether you need that half-size cartridge or the full cartridge. Now, these I have a link for on all my video descriptions. There you will find the link. $225 for a 700 ml cartridge, delivered free to any USA address. So that's the cheapest way to go. Do the math per ml and see what you get. It should be able to beat this, hands down. So that's it. Those are your choices. There's really nothing else you could do besides using third-party inks. And of course, the person who's asking this is selling their prints. So they require the quality that OEM only can provide you. So you should be able to refill these rather easily with high quality inks like this. This is extracted from Pro 1 yellow cartridges. Okay. How did I get those? Well, I was lucky enough to have a provider that provided me with almost limitless numbers of almost empty cartridges, and I would extract the ink out of them, and then I would modify and resell those cartridges for other people to refill and be able to install single-use chips from China, and they work perfectly. So that's how I was able to harvest some of the ink you might see back here. Those are all OEM inks, and that's what I refill my Pro-10 with. Now, if you switch to a third-party provider like Precisioncolors, they have their signature edition inkset, which introduces OEM red. And you can also buy OEM loads of ink for the Pro-1000, albeit in smaller 82 milliliters per load. Again, you should be able to refill your Pro-10 with those, except for those grays. Those are the pesky ones. And someday we will find out if these two grays match those two grays. That I cannot tell you for sure. Okay, so don't make the mistake to buy 700 ml of photo gray and light gray and then expect it to match. It may and it may not. Okay, so just be careful with that. But yeah, you can very easily refill your Pro-10 cartridges, the PGI 72s, with OEM ink. Provide your customers with the best quality. Now, here's another catch. Okay, if you decide to go with third party, all right, the colored inks have a great gloss, but the Chroma Optimizer third party doesn't even come close to OEM Chroma Optimizer. Okay, keep that in mind. If you only print on low gloss type paper, then you should be okay. But if you want to ever print on glossy, that Chroma Optimizer, no matter where it comes from, it doesn't even come close to OEM Chroma Optimizer. But here's the good news. You can buy Chroma Optimizer cartridges brand new, this size, for about $14, $15 on eBay. You just got to look. They're there. You just find them. I just did a quick look earlier and they were there. So that would be the only thing you would have to absolutely use OEM Chroma Optimizer. Okay? And again, only if you need to. If you do not ever print on glossy or luster or satin or any paper with a sheen or a shine to them, you're only printing on matte using fine art media and so forth, then you don't have to worry about Chroma Optimizer quality. You can use the third party. Again, that only applies to third party users of the Pro-10. All right, I hope this kind of alleviated some of your anxiety about how can I possibly refill my PGI 72 cartridges with high quality inks like OEM. Okay, there is a way. You just have to do a little bit of research, find where you can buy these cartridges. You may be buying one color from this guy, another color from that guy, and so forth, until you get the best bang for the buck. Okay, so that is it. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. And until the next time, as always, happy printing, everybody, and happy refilling, of course. Bye-bye.